Goodness. Sun's in my eyes. Range report, November 20th, a little bit early, but range report, let's talk about it. Or let's get into it, talk about it, get into it. Same difference. All right, so what do we work on today? We're trying to bust out as many things as we can because we got stuff coming up here in the very near future that are gonna be interesting, to say the least. It'd be interesting. Sun's in my eyes, so I'm gonna put these on. Sorry, it's not for any other reason but that. All right, so let's talk about this stuff. So what did we do today? We did 2 different suppressor comparison videos, okay? We did a 300, no, we did a 30 cal, right? 7.62 suppressor video comparison, right? So we had 3 different suppressors that we compared. My old 100-town arms suppressor, my Dead Air Sandman S, and believe it or not, this little Omega 9K, it's amazing, right? It is rated for this firearm, right? 7.62 by 39 with a 10-inch barrel on a 3-lug mount, nonetheless. Rated for it according to Silencer Co. So I was able to use those 3 suppressors, did a little comparison video. It'll be interesting after editing to see if it really turns out as well as I'm hoping it will, but I think it'd be kind of cool. We kind of stole that idea from the NFA review channel because he did an awesome job. He just really did. He knocked it out of the park. He always does. I love his stuff. Go watch his channel and everything. But it was just an awesome idea, and I had the suppressors and I had the ammo, and I was like, and I got the gun. It's like, let's just do it. I don't care if it's copycatting. I'm just gonna do it anyway. And then we did the same thing with this little fella right here, my 11.5-inch gun. Same thing as far as we use the Sandman S with a 5.56 end cap, so it's kind of a 5.56 suppressor, kind of. A little bit. The Surefire RC and the, or 5.56, what is it? The Surefire SOCOM. I get the mixed up. It's the 5.56 RC, not the RC2, the 5.56 RC. And then the Yankee Hill Turbo K, right? Those are my 3 suppressors for 5.56. And we just did that, right? So we did the comparisons. So there'll be 2 different videos coming out 2 different times. Not exactly sure when, but I gotta get it edited at some point. Edited at some point, yes. Something else we looked at is this Pinty, this optic right here. I had it for a good little while, and I just wanted to, I needed to make sure that you're actually recording. Sorry, I had to make sure I was recording, because I've done this at least once, I think today, where I forgot to hit the record button. But this Pinty, we haven't done a review on this. They sent me this, all right? Pinty, the people, whoever, sent me this optic to look at and to review. And it's been forever. And I don't just do reviews for, say, like, you send me something, I'm gonna do a review. Next week, it'll be out. No, because I don't know anything about it next week. I need to use it until either it breaks, or I get impressed by it, or something happens. You know, it's proved its longevity, it's proved its point. Well, we've reached some points with this to where I can say one thing or the other. So we made a video about that, and then we played around with this system a little bit. Little bit. I really like that. I think we fixed some of the issues that it had before. This is probably all going to fall down, but don't worry, it's all safe and unloaded. And of course, we had to bring out the MP5 and do a little bit of testing on it. Not so much testing on the firearm itself, even though we did get a bunch of sand and nastiness in it. It functioned really, really well. We had one hiccup, but that might be a magazine thing, and that's what we were testing, were these AC Unity magazines, right? So I've got several of them. One of them I had to modify a little bit, you know, trim it down some so that it fit in this other firearm. This guy is as came from AC Unity, or RGT, I don't remember, but AC Unity magazine. And we did some torture testing on it, which is really stupid. Torture testing on magazines, they're just fun to watch, but they're not as applicable as some people might think, and I understand that. So whenever those videos get released and people are like, what are you doing? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you're never gonna do that. I know I'm never gonna do that. You're never going to jump out of an airplane. Unless I'm talking to like half of a percent of people, you're never going to jump out of an airplane and land on your magazine, get run over by a tank, get shot out of a cannon, and then have to pick up the magazine and put it in your gun and hope that it feeds properly. It's just not something that happens, right? I mean, unless you're part of that fraction of a, micro fraction of a percent of people that it could happen to, even then it probably won't, right? So anyway, we kind of went a little overboard on some of this testing. Hear it? And we got lots of sand and nastiness in there, which fed itself into the gun, and the gun worked great. The magazines, now we'll see how the video turns out. But those are some AC Unity magazines. I'd never seen those, right? They are significantly, significantly cheaper than the steel magazines, and the steel magazines, they work fine, right? So let's see how these guys work. That was that. The only other stuff we kind of worked on is we put in, I'd stripped out the upper parts kit for this Glock 43X. Still love this guy. This guy just, something about it. I don't want to ever change anything on here. Like, I don't know. The only thing I would change on here, which I have before, which I did today, since I had it all taken apart, I put the Omega 9K on there. That just is a sweet little system. That's a very, very nice little system. I need to get its tuning down a little bit or something or whatever. With the 165s, it actually ran pretty good. And then I was using a different magazine, and it had some feeding issues and stuff. And so, you know, it just had some feeding issues. But as is like this is just a, it's just a beautiful little gun. And it works super, super well. We also talked about this guy. We have a We the People. Now everybody passes out and dies because it seems like everybody hates these. But I don't know. I had one for my M&P Shield, and now I have one for the Glock 48 MOS, and we did just a little bit of talking about it today. See how that video turns out. Other than that, we have some Tyrant Design stuff, another magazine that we're working on. This is not Tyrant Designs. This is a Tyrant Design thing. And on some of these guns, on this gun, all right, on this gun, we do have some Tyrant Design furniture, right? So a magazine release and a slide release. We have that on the 48 MOS. We have a steel magazine release from Tyrant. They did send those out, so full disclosure on that, they did send those out for me to look at. I did not pay a penny for them. They sent them to me. They reached out to me. So I'm looking at that stuff, evaluating it, how much I like it, if it's even worth the bones to do whatever. We'll see down the road. I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, let me know. Look forward for the videos. I'm looking forward to, well, kind of looking forward to editing them. Editing the videos is not my favorite thing. It's always way more fun to come out here and actually shoot and just piddle around. But I hope that y'all appreciate the time and effort that goes into all this stuff. Because I really do like it. I like to keep doing it. So, anyway, yeah, if you have any questions about any of this stuff, let me know. And we will hopefully see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care. Oops.